Yo, we live right now, fellas. Welcome in to the Saturday morning college football edition of the Never Made It podcast. Big day today, big game today, big sports bets today, big double ups today. I'm sure Aunt Bailey's got a big ticket for y'all today.
Hell
It's a
Mary.
good morning, man. It's been a long week. We ain't been back since Sunday, man. Y'all know what time it is. My resident co-host, hailing out of Warren, Ohio, living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Lakers fan, the Eagles fan, the Ohio State Buckeyes fan, Timothy Dale Gatto. Good morning.
What's going on with y'all, man? Good morning. Good morning.
What
Good
up,
morning,
brother?
brother.
What up, man?
It is not such a good morning for me. However, I am looking for it to get better. Yesterday my birds took a loss, another one, in the words of DJ Khaled, but all good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got some good Buckeye football on the way, you know what I'm saying? And looking to
Fix
get
all
some get
that.
back, some redeem, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. Aunt Bayless, man, what up, brother? What's going on, man?
OH.
I.O.
IO.
Today's the day, y'all. It's the game. I've been waiting a year for this, so let's get into it, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. I know it hit different for you too, man. Losing 3 times in a row to Michigan.
Boy, hey, all that ends today.
It ends today. It ends
Yeah.
Is
today. I love it. I love it, man.
is D
Shit, we got
allowed to
a
say I.O.? Is he allowed
hell
to
yeah,
get
bro. I
that?
went, bro. You ever seen Ohio State play Texas live from the
He,
shoe
he's a fan.
right next to the student section?
Yeah.
I've never
Listen,
seen the Ohio State game. Never.
I'm officially. I probably like Alabama a little bit more than Ohio State
Mm.
personally. Just I probably like them a little bit more, but I'm an Alabama Ohio State fan, front runner. Call me what you want to call me. I'm a straight up front runner.
Ohio State and the Lakers. Those are two teams that are my two sports teams that I have yet to see. I've seen the Yankees, I've seen the Eagles preseason, but I've seen the Eagles. I've never seen the Buckeyes. I've never seen the Lakers. I know that Ohio State atmosphere, and y'all was there for Texas. Y'all was there at the. I know that shit was crazy.
Wow.
Just another walk
Man.
in the park for Ant, man. Ant Bailey's have been to 3 Ohio
Yeah,
State games
right.
this year.
It's
It's
Mr.
just
Ohio
another day
State
at the
right
shoot.
there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
another
Sure.
day at the shoot. And we got to get some footage from when you was on the field too, man. We got to throw some pictures up from that next Saturday. We'll drop some
Boy,
shit. Oh,
Oh,
dang, next
fire.
Saturday is over with. College the last week for college.
oh
Oh
no. Oh,
man,
no. No, we
but
got don't
for
we got
college football,
You got
like for this,
conference.
conference championships? Yeah. Yeah.
We
is
got
that's
conference.
not next week though? They're gonna take a week off for that,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
Okay.
probably right.
Okay.
yeah. So we will be back for college. I mean for championships for sure, for sure. But
Oh,
we've got a recap for y'all. We got some tickets for y'all. We got the usual, all right? This episode is brought to you by the Cleaning Business Coaching Book, your step by step guide to building a profitable cleaning business. Inside, you'll learn how to price your services, attract quality clients, and set up systems that actually work. Written by a successful cleaning business owner, this book gives you the real blueprint, no fluff. Whether you're just starting out or scaling up, it's a must read. Grab your copy today. The link is in the comments. All right. The link is in the comments, people. I think she got a Black Friday deal going on. I'm not sure. You can click the link and go to the page. You will find it. She also has planners, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, whether you're planning daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. It's a great buy. Go ahead and get the cleaning business coaching book. Get your life together. All right. All right, man. Yesterday was a game. It was a game, man. We had Texas A&M versus Texas. Like normally Texas would just be playing bully ball in this, but Texas A&M was the bully this year, so you would have thought it would have been more of a game, man. But I mean, it was a game. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying Texas. They went out there, they got the job done. And Bayless, I know you ain't been big on Texas this year. 27-17 over Texas A&M. Hey, how you feel about them, man?
well, I watched the whole game. I was rooting for Texas. I haven't been big on Texas A&M all year. I mean, I kind of some shows we haven't mentioned them that much, but I forgot about A&M and they was undefeated. But I'm glad Texas won. That was a big game for Arch. That was a big game for Texas. And I mean, obviously A&M still going to get in the playoffs. No, no big deal to them. I mean, they would have liked to be undefeated, but they're going to the playoffs. But that was a big game for Arch. It's his first year. He's been criticized heavily, so it was nice to see him go out there and get a marquee win.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can really. I know Texas A&M was undefeated, but I don't know if we can really be too harsh on them. They was on the road at
Right.
Texas. And we know in the state of Texas, even though Texas A&M is there too, there's just more Texas runs it. Like Texas
For sure.
University is the university,
For
not
sure.
A&M. So it
Yes.
was probably a hostile environment for real. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Tim.
Man, I joined into the game late, and from what I seen, I was a bit nervous for Texas because when I joined in, Texas A&M was up at the time. Now, granted, it was only 10-3 when I tapped in. It was early. Um, but then that third quarter comes out. Texas comes out, puts up 10 points in the quarter, balls out, right? Then that fourth quarter comes around. Now it's a ball game. You know what I mean? Now it's a ball game between the two. You can start to sense the desperation between both teams because if Texas A&M lose this game, they're out of championship contention, right? Texas has already been out of championship contention, at least for the most part, as
Well,
far as
that's my question though. That's the question I got for you.
at least for the most part they've been out now, but they still got like a slithering chance. But it's like probably not, being that this was the last game, because Georgia would have had to lose, and so it'll probably be Georgia and I believe Ole Miss, if I'm not mistaken. If Georgia would have lost, that would have been which is your winner, by the way, Ole Miss, Ant. So I mean, we'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, so you could see the desperation as we got into the fourth quarter between these two teams, and then Arch Manning just kind of let it be known, like, hey, I'm a Manning at the end of the day, and he's turned up. He turned up. He started, you know what I'm saying, handling business. They closed the game. They scored 2 times in that fourth quarter. Texas did. In that second half, Arch Manning had that one long run to pretty much get them over the hump, and it was a good game for Texas, man. Texas handled their business.
So look, Texas, A&M, Texas beating A&M might have pushed somebody out the playoff. Like I'm not looking so much at the SEC championship, but at the same time I am. So because Ole Miss is ranked seventh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if Georgia loses to Ole Miss, now let's back it up. Texas A&M was third. They lost and they're going to be in, right? So had they won, it would have just stayed the same behind them. But since they lost, Texas was 16th. They're going to move up. They could move up. They just beat an undefeated team in the country. There's only three of them: Indiana, Ohio State, and Texas A&M, right? So they
Right.
just beat one. They could move. You could see them moving up to 12th or 11th, right, from 16, right?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly, yeah.
So now they sneak in, and Texas A&M it took a loss, but they have to be in. So
Right.
somebody's going to get pushed back. Ole Miss is seventh. If Ole Miss loses the SEC championship game, they could fall out of the playoff. They
Well,
could just because of the timing of their loss, they could go from seventh to 13th.
But here's
That's
my
not a
problem.
far fall, is it?
If Alabama wins today, Ole Miss doesn't get in the SEC championship.
Alabama's going to win today,
It's going to be Alabama and Georgia in the SEC
and then
championship.
Ole Miss is just going to be at large. Then okay, that
Ole
makes
Miss
sense.
is
But
going to
then
be at large.
yeah, but
Um,
then the same thing going to be said for Alabama though, because Alabama already beat Georgia once. But if Alabama, they're the 10th seed right now, they can't afford to lose either.
they can't afford to lose. No,
They
no,
can't
they
afford to
cannot.
lose either.
Cannot afford to
So
lose.
if Texas
Yeah,
A&M just losing because they're going to fall back,
yeah.
and Texas is going
It,
to fall up, that just added a little bit more confusion to it.
it just messed some things up for sure, for sure. But one more thing on that game that I noticed. Arch Manning had 51 passing yards in the first half. I think Texas kind of exposed A&M as far as they can't stop the run. I mean, and not just Arch Manning running, but their running back was running all over them. If you can run the ball against and play A&M, you're in good shape because 51 yards passing in the first half and they won the game. That tells you that running game had it going. Even though it was close, first half. I get that, but they could not stop the run, and that's going to be a problem in the playoffs.
man.
Heard that. Tim, you got anything left on this game?
Nah, man. It's just the SEC is just in as a whole is just it's a clusterfuck over there, man. And so it's gonna be real interesting to see how this thing turns out. You know, I feel like we kind of know. Um, we kind of know if Ohio State handles their business, and then it'll be Indiana and Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
Right.
Besides that one, I feel like we kind of know everywhere else of who's gonna win and what's gonna be done everywhere else. At least I think
Mhm.
so. So this one, the SEC is the one that is like, man, it's completely up for grabs. And then even if let's say, for example, not to drag on here, but let's just say the winner, let's say uh uh Alabama or Georgia wins the SEC championship, right?
Right.
That I don't even know if I want to put them as like the favorite of the SEC teams going into the play. Like there's so many of them, and they're good. They're all good. You know what I mean? Like I don't. You could probably think of what 4 teams is going to the playoff from the SEC,
4, yes.
and they all solid. Like they all good
Yeah,
teams.
Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, Texas A&M for sure.
And there might be 5 because if Vanderbilt handles business today, they might get
Shit. Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, and I don't want to drag it out either, but think about this: Ole Miss is finishing 11-1, and they don't have great chances of making the conference championship game. They're 11-1 and ain't going to the conference championship game if Alabama wins. That's crazy. That
What is the
tells you.
top? It's top 10, right? What is it? 12 what is it? 12?
No, I'm talking about the conference championship.
Yeah, but playoffs though. It's
Yeah,
12,
12
right?
teams. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Miami is in too. My dad on here in the comments. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to Jimmy. Good morning. Shout out to Will. Shout out to my pops, man. But he think that Miami gonna lose and get pushed out today. But we gonna get to that game. But
Boom. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
I
He
got
thinks
something to say.
Miami's gonna lose.
he think Miami gonna lose. He throwing that out there already. Jimmy feeling Texas. He said they got their run game together. Is it Texas run game or is it like you said? Is it Texas or is it Texas A&M's lack of a run defense? Which one is it?
They couldn't stop that run, man. They could not stop that run. It was crazy. That running back looked like, hey, he was going
I,
first round, bro. It was like that.
I put it like this: I ain't seen nobody else run on Texas A&M.
I haven't
And
seen
that's
enough.
true too.
I
And
haven't
it was a
watched.
road game, man. It was a road game. We know what that is in college football.
Right.
We all know what that is in college.
Oh,
All
yeah,
three of us in
for
here know what the hell that
sure.
is.
For sure.
Mhm.
Them road games is real.
Y'all did
But
mention
all right, man. That's
Oklahoma, right?
what you say.
For one of them teams in the playoffs. Y'all did mention Oklahoma, right?
Get the hell
Oh
out of
my
here.
God.
Let's get this thing going, man.
Let's
Oklahoma?
keep it going.
Oklahoma?
I don't know
Stop
if Oklahoma gonna be in there or not.
out of
They're
here.
ranked 8th, and they play LSU today. If they win, I mean,
They're in. Yeah.
No, that's you're right. That's
If they
crazy.
win, they're in. If they lose, they're definitely out.
yeah,
Losing
for
to
sure, for
LSU.
sure.
Yeah,
If they
ain't even a
win, they should
question.
be in though.
That's a waste.
No, y'all should. Y'all should.
That's a waste.
That's a waste of a spot. But let's keep this thing going, man. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we gotta listen. They on the slate today. We gonna talk about it. All right. Hey, before we get into these games, y'all, we want to remind y'all about the Never Made It shop. All right. If you're watching the show and you want to support us, go to Never Made It shop. The link will be in the comments. You can get a mug, as you see as the fellas is holding up. You can get a hoodie if you look over there at Aunt Bayless. All right. You can get a hat. We got hats, mugs, hoodies, jackets. What they wearing now? YNs, quarter zips. We got beanies. Yeah, we got beanies, man. I ain't even, we got pins coming. All right. Look, hey, never made it shop. Get into the comments, man. Click the link, bro. Get you a
No,
pin.
no.
Write something down. All right, man. Listen, we're gonna save the best for last, obviously. OH.
I know.
We're gonna say that for last, man. But first, let's get into this Miami Pittsburgh. Miami number 12 at Pitt number 22. Miami win, they in. Pitt win. I mean, they ain't getting in, but they might be able to stir something up in the ACC conference in the ACC championship game. No, for real,
Right.
they still got a chance there. So if they win, they're in the ACC championship game. All right. So who you got winning today, Tim?
I got Miami. There's been time and time again when you for Pitt, they've had on their schedule. Mind you, I live here in Pittsburgh, so you know what I'm saying. I'm hearing the chatters, but when it comes to their schedule, any game that's like relatively a I guess quote unquote big game. Now, granted, they did beat Florida State. I guess if they did beat Florida State earlier in the year. Um, about a month or so ago. They beat Florida State. But besides that, anything that's like a big game, you lost to Notre Dame. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you lost your they got a game with West Virginia. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's called the Dog Fight or there's a certain name for it with West Virginia. But you lost that game. So when it comes to your big games that you like need or something, Pitt has not quite shown up to the table. You know what I mean? So they're good.
Dang, you was real big on Pitt a couple weeks ago. It felt like.
I was when they played Notre Dame. I had
Yeah,
because like I said, the city was ready for that game. You know what I'm saying? They was the chatter for that game was all week. You know what I mean?
37-15.
And
37-15.
got out there and got dog walked. You know what I
Hey, and I
mean?
would be
So
remiss if I didn't say this. My bad too. I gotta learn how to do
no,
my
you good?
job. Miami, 6.5 point favorites. Pitt
Yeah,
is plus 225 on the money line. And the over-under is at 49.5.
yeah. I got Miami covered, man. Miami covers comfortably. Yeah, I get it. Pitt is here at home. I get it, but no, it's a big game, and you have not won your big games. It's pretty much that simple.
Well, they're the same caliber as a Notre Dame. Wouldn't you consider Miami on the same level as Notre Dame, right?
Right, exactly.
Notre
Fair.
Dame, Notre Dame walked in there in 37-15 at home in front of everybody in Pittsburgh, or however
Exactly.
many fans can fit in that stadium. So, Aunt Bayless, who you got? Tim, you going with the money line? You said the spread. You said you taking the 6.5, Miami.
Yeah, I'm taking I'm about to say the Dolphins, the Hurricanes with the spread. They got them covered.
I would tease.
Okay, okay.
I would tease the spread to 7.5 and give Pitt plus 7.5. I feel like Pitt's gonna win, but as far as betting smart, betting against Miami wouldn't be the smartest. But I'm gonna give Pitt plus 7.5. If they lose, I don't think they're gonna lose by more than a touchdown. I haven't been high on Miami all year. We know this, and if Miami loses, we gonna have some drama as far as the playoff is concerned. If they win, if they win, we got drama because
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, if they win, Miami will get in, and Notre Dame. Ooh, where's Notre Dame at?
Notre Dame's in.
Possibly not.
Here's
Notre,
the scenario, and
If they lose, go ahead.
here's the scenario. Not to cut you off, but if yeah, not to cut you off, but if Miami wins, right? If
they're like
Miami
11.
wins, it's still no guarantee that they're going to be in the ACC championship. They should be, but it's like no guarantee because Georgia Tech lost yesterday, so that helps them. Georgia Tech lost, so that helps. SMU, as of right now, it looked like it'll be SMU and Virginia if Miami wins today. Now you would need because Virginia has a tough game today, so you would need Virginia has to win that game
Yeah, Notre Dame's in.
Notre Dame's
along with
in.
Notre Dame. They play
yeah.
Stanford tonight. They're in.
So
Yeah.
it's a no. I mean, Miami needs to win their game, but it's definitely you need some
Miami.
shit to happen. Pretty much, Virginia Tech. It's Virginia Tech and Virginia. They play today. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So Virginia needs to win that game to hang on to the ACC.
If Miami wins this game, there's no guarantee that they're in. They're ranked at 11th right now. Okay, but
Yeah,
we know how this works. Now let's say Miami wins, they don't. They're the first team out, right? And Notre Dame goes. You're going to have all these Miami fans and everybody in Miami going, "We beat Notre Dame. How are we not in?" We you know what I mean? So it's going to be some drama, but I think just to silence the drama, let's get Pitt to go ahead and win this game, man. Come on.
time out. I have
What's
a
up?
question.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have a question. I just thought about something.
Uh-huh.
Notre Dame ain't got shit to do with a conference championship, right?
No.
So Notre Dame, so as long as they are like above,
At large. They're at large team. They're gonna beat
that's
Stanford and they're gonna sit and watch the conference championship week and then they're gonna go on the road to play somebody.
Exactly. Right.
They're not getting a home game. They have to go on the road. They're gonna be somebody's first playoff game at home.
Yes.
And it ain't gonna be no fucking cakewalk.
Right.
That's
Because
crazy.
they would be higher if they didn't stumble. They stumbled those 2 games early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Versus to good teams. They lost to Texas A&M and the other team slips my mind. But it wasn't no bad losses though.
It was Miami. Notre Dame lost
It
to
was
Miami.
okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And look where Miami is now, 9-2.
Exactly.
Look, I got Pitt winning this game.
Me too.
All right. I'm making a live bet. and this I'm literally making a live bet with y'all. Y'all know how I do on the show. All right, I got a ticket for y'all, double it, but we gonna make a Hail Mary. They plus 210 on the money line. They just as hot as Miami. They didn't won 4 out of their last 5.
Yes.
Miami lost on the road at SMU. All right, that's a road loss. We know how it is on the road. Now the other loss was versus Louisville. So they've lost to 2 mediocre teams. I mean, those teams aren't sniffing playoff contention. I don't mean to disrespect nobody.
Right.
So, but Louisville and SMU compared, they're not the cream of the crop, right?
Right.
Miami is considered the cream of the crop, right?
Right.
All right, and they lost to both of those teams. One of them was a road game. I think that Pitt is going to show up today. I hope they do. Plus 210 on the money line. I'm going to rock with Pitt. I'm going to put them on my live ticket that I'm making for y'all. Just straight up to win, plus 210. They got everything to play for. If they win, they in the ACC championship. Miami has stumbled on the road to a mediocre to decent team. Pitt is a mediocre to decent team. They lost versus Notre Dame last time they had a big home game. They're gonna lose both their biggest home games of the year because they don't get no bigger than Notre Dame and Miami on their schedule.
Right. Right.
They already lost to Notre Dame 37-15. So y'all didn't do what y'all wanted to do versus them. Y'all gonna lose to them too? You know what I'm saying? So, and full disclosure, Pitt lost to Louisville as well. So maybe Louisville's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Miami lost to them, Pitt lost to them too. So maybe Louisville ain't completely horrible because these are 2 teams that I like in the ACC. So
For sure.
I'm taking Pitt today for the upset. I don't take too many upsets, but it's gonna be a part of my live Hail Mary. So it's on there.
I'm
I
rocking
know you
with
can
it.
appreciate that, Ant.
Yeah, no, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, you took them with the points though, right?
Yeah, I gave Pitt plus 7.5. That way, if they lose by less than 7 or less or win, I'm still gonna cover on my bet. But I do have Pitt winning this game.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, man. I ain't mad at that. All right, man. Next up, we got Alabama on the road going to Auburn for the Iron Bowl. 9-2 Alabama, 5-6 Auburn, but they got a great defense though.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama is 4. That's why Alabama's only 4.5-point favorites. Or you can get Auburn plus 175. ESPN giving Alabama a 73.7% chance to win this game. Ty Simpson, 22 touchdowns, 4 picks. Not going to win the Heisman. Had a great season. Can cap it off with this and head to the SEC championship game possibly. So Ant Bayless, is Auburn prime for the upset or no?
Okay, so as far as college football goes, I will admit that I think the Iron Bowl is the second biggest rivalry in college football. Auburn, Alabama is a big game, and they show up to play each other. I mean, we've seen some great, like I think it was last year, Jalen Milroe at the last second threw the touchdown to win the game. I mean, Auburn shows up to play Alabama, and when I think about this game, I think about Auburn's defense. I think about Alabama's inability to run the football. They don't run the ball, and I mean, Ty Simpson, he's great. He's a good quarterback. They have a good receiving core, but they cannot run the ball. I think it's going to be a close game. I'll give it. I'm gonna roll with Alabama money line, but I think it's going to be a close game. I would not take any spread. Just give me Alabama money line. Better team, but Auburn makes it a close game.
Okay, that's understandable, man. When you look at Auburn's losses, they ain't lost a game by more than 10. They only lost one game by 10 points. Everything else has been 7 points or less. They lost 24-17 at Oklahoma. Tim fucks with Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a playoff team.
Right.
They lost 16-10 at Texas A&M. These are road games. Texas A&M is a playoff team.
Wow.
They lost 20-10 versus Georgia at home.
Damn.
That's a playoff team. They lost 23-17 to Missouri. That's a great SEC, good SEC team, a good SEC team. They lost 10-3 versus Kentucky, middle of the road SEC team.
Right.
And then they lost 45-38 at Vanderbilt. 7 points. Like they're 4.5 might be actually right. Like it's not. Don't go no higher though. They're not beating these niggas by more than 7 to 10 points.
Right.
Matter of fact, that might be a good bet. 7 to 10 points for the victory for Alabama.
For sure.
Because Auburn their defense is going to show up. They're just not going to be able to put up enough points offensively.
Man.
So, and Vanderbilt was only the second team all season to put up 24 points on them.
And listening to those, all those winning margins and point differentials you just said, bro. I know it's woulda, coulda, shoulda. Auburn could really be a good team.
Could be that's what I'm saying. They could
Yeah,
really be they got a great defense. Not a good
yeah.
they got a great defense.
If they could score a little bit more, man, they might be in this
They
conversation, man.
they would be. I think they would
Yeah,
have bounced some of these teams out. They would have knocked a couple of these teams out of there. You know what I'm
right.
saying? They only lose them by a touchdown or 6 points or 4 or 3 points. Shit.
Crazy.
Yeah. Tim, who you got, man? Does Auburn have a chance for the upset today?
No, not a chance in hell. I don't know what type of I don't know what y'all seeing, or I'm confused here. Okay, so y'all trying to be slick. Y'all trying to be slick and give grace to this defense that Auburn got because games are within, a score or close, but Auburn is 1-5 in the conference. Okay, they have not beaten anybody who's worth a damn inside of the conference. Okay, you lost Vanderbilt. The only win that you got is Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Georgia, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, all losses. Anybody else that you've got on the 5 wins, like I said, Arkansas, I'll give you
Shubies.
Arkansas. That's
Shubies.
it. Shuby City. I don't know what, like, maybe it'll be 7-7 after the first quarter, but besides that, no. Auburn has no shot in hell to pull off an upset.
Let me
Now,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you think
basically,
it's so you think it'll be a blowout?
I was about to say, basically, your
They
question
ain't been
is
blew out. Keep that in mind by all these
right.
SEC teams that you named.
No, that's fair, and that should be your question: is do they cover the spread or not? Not if they don't have a chance in hell to win the game. If they gonna cover the spread, no, I don't even think they're gonna do that because they have not. Inside of those losses that they do have, all of them, they're not blowouts, but they're more than a touchdown, or they are at least a touchdown. So the spread here is 4.5. So I mean, I got Alabama covering the spread 4.5.
Nah, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna take them on the winning. I'm about to put the winning margin. They're gonna win by 7 to 10 points.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that's what's been happening.
I don't, like I said, maybe after the first quarter it might be but besides that, no. Alabama's gonna handle their business and get ready to look forward to the playoffs.
Well, that I mean, not look. I took Alabama to win. I took a money line, but to say that Auburn has no chance, Tim, you got to look at history, bro. Like in the Iron Bowl, when you show up to the Iron Bowl, your record there is no record. It's 0-0. Okay, Auburn, if they win this game, that's their national championship. We beat Alabama. All we hear from that team up north for the last 4 years is they beat Ohio State. You'll hear that more than them winning a national championship 2 years ago. They show up
Hmm.
for this game. It's rivalry week, bro. We got to act like that, man.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there. But you have to put in all the components. I get you on the rivalry week thing, but at the same time, I cannot sit there and ignore what you've been doing this year. For example, I'll use us, Ohio State and Michigan. Okay, the rivalry has shown in the last recent years
For
we've
years.
been we've been getting our asses whooped by Michigan. Okay, now Michigan fans, they can bring up the history and more so recent history all that they want, but it's because of the way Ohio State is playing this year that we believe we about to go whoop their ass here in a couple hours. That we about to go whoop their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way we are looking and playing this year. You know what I'm saying? Now, Alabama and Auburn, I get it. First of all, number one, I think the Red River rivalry is a more interesting rivalry than the
Absolutely.
Iron Bowl.
Absolutely.
I would take the Red River rivalry over the Iron Bowl, but
Absolutely.
that's another conversation for another day.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, yeah,
That
I
boy
get
is
it.
a boom. He a boomer sooner over there,
Yeah, he's
boy.
tripping.
I get it. I get it that they that this is a a
He a
tough.
fucking sooner, Ant.
Yeah, I
My
know.
bad, son.
You good. I get it that this is a tough rivalry. I get all that. But just based on this year, Auburn has not looked comparable. They have not played good football in terms of conference play. Is the
Okay.
games close? Sure. If you wanna like I can't think of the phrase here. The but no, I'm sorry. You're not winning. You're not
Tim,
winning.
this is the way I'm looking at it. Now, don't I'm not disrespecting Alabama, but you're talking about an offense that's one dimensional going to Auburn to play what is one of the best defenses, maybe not just in the SEC, but in the country. I get they've lost, okay, but they don't have an offense. Alabama can't run the ball, or they don't. I don't know which one it is, but you're up against one of the best defenses. It's not going to be just a walk in the park for Alabama. I don't believe so. I don't.
How's Alabama's defense?
Go ahead, D.
I was about to say, I think it's more along the lines of what Tim was saying. I think Alabama starts off slow.
Mm-hmm.
The game starts off slow. It's risk competitive, but I think second half they just pull away as far as not pull away like leave them with the lead, but the field position battle. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna start punting the ball, putting them in certain territory, like in their own territory, and Auburn can't drive the whole field consistently.
Yeah.
So eventually, as long as Alabama, Ty Simpson, he 22-4, 4 picks all year. Now this is probably one of the best defenses he's going up against.
Right.
But as long as he protect the ball, and they just got to punt, eventually y'all offense is gonna get through. Their offense is not. That's why I got the big margin of victory 7-12. So I just feel like eventually Alabama's offense is gonna crack the code and get a couple drives that matter off where Auburn might get some field goals where Alabama get touchdowns. You know what I mean?
I think what it is, because I do have Alabama money line. I think I'm just giving Auburn the respect as far as this game goes. You know what I mean? This rivalry.
Jimmy said Auburn might pull it off.
They might, man. They might. If they can score the football. I mean, which this season showed they really can't. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
And as far as rivalries go, I know you said this was number 2. It might have right now. It used to be Miami, Florida State. That was number 2 for me. It was Ohio State, Michigan, and then Miami was good, and Florida State was always good. It was those 2 games.
Yeah, Bowden versus Spurrier. That was huge, bro. That was huge.
Huge.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
But and that was during the BCS. That was during the BCS where that one loss fucked you over.
Right.
Yeah, y'all play just like Michigan and Ohio State. They play that team every year.
Right.
It's like Alabama, Auburn. That's the biggest one of their big games. You feel me?
Sure. So I think we all got Alabama though. You know, clean sweep.
Yeah. Okay, so we all got Alabama. No need to have a quarrel. What about this game though? We got LSU on the road versus number 8 Oklahoma. Oklahoma is basically in a win and you win situation. Number 8. They've stayed 10.5-point favorites. The over-under is 36.5. They don't think no points is getting scored today.
Mm-hmm.
You can get LSU plus 350 on the money line for the upset. Does LSU have a chance? I'm going to go with the Sooner fan in here because Tim is a fucking Oklahoma fan if y'all really don't know it. He's an Ohio State fan, but the nigga didn't adopt it, kind of like I just adopted Ohio State. He didn't adopt it Oklahoma because of this damn NCAA 25 that we play. All right? He didn't adopt it, these niggas. So he's really bleeding whatever fucking maroon that shit is. I don't even know. It ain't scarlet. It ain't crimson. It's maroon.
Yeah.
All right? So who you got today? Does LSU – I know who you got. Does LSU have a chance? You ain't give Auburn no chance. Are you giving LSU any chance? 10.5-point underdogs. When I say plus 350 on the money line.
Did y'all see what we just did last week? Did y'all? I mean, or not last week, rather, but 2 weeks ago. Did y'all see? I mean, last week too. If you wanna, when we lost to Ole Miss 2 weeks ago, that I honestly believe lit a true fire under Oklahoma. What I seen last week, now granted, it was South Carolina, so it, you know what I mean. So be that what it may. But when we lost to, or not 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry, but when we lost to Ole Miss, that game was the game that I honestly believe, that was about a month ago, not 2 weeks, but about a month ago. When we lost to Ole Miss, I believe that game truly sparked a fire because you went on the road, you beat Tennessee after that Ole Miss loss. You went on the road, you beat Alabama, okay? And then you beat Missouri last week, okay? You beat Missouri. I believe that the fire has been sparked with Oklahoma. Now, here's the funny part. Here's going to be the funny question here. Us, especially us three, we have casted LSU a long time ago as outcasts for this SEC. So, just for hating purposes, Mr. Bayless, I can't wait to see who you take here or what your answer is because we've decided a long time ago that LSU ain't worth a damn. So, I think we all should be in unison here that Oklahoma is going to roll here. no pun intended, roll top, no pun intended. But Oklahoma should roll here pretty smooth here. We should roll. You agree, Mr. Bayless?
Unfortunately, yeah, I agree. I mean, Brian Kelly didn't get fired for no reason. LSU sucks. All right. Now you take the quarterback, I think it's Nutmeyer or something. He's decent, but I mean they don't even have a head coach. And we're at the end of the season. Coaching matters. You know what I mean? And even with the head coach, Oklahoma's a better team. It's just so unfortunate that Oklahoma's going to win this game, get in the playoffs, and lose in the first round. They don't belong in the damn playoffs, bro. I really wish something would happen today where they lose because obviously they're going to beat LSU, and it's like you're wasting the playoff spot on this trash team, man. It's unbelievable. We're trash, bro. Oh, nobody's thinking about Oklahoma, bro. Nobody.
I'm out. Before you go, D, I have
Go ahead.
one
Go ahead.
simple question, and then I'll let go. I won't even respond to your answer. I'll let D go. Is Alabama worthy of the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let me
don't
ask you
respond because what the hell? That ain't even a question.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
no,
He said because we beat them. Look at you like, all right, we beat Alabama. All right, okay, y'all beat Alabama.
Is Notre Dame worthy of the playoffs?
Is Notre Dame worthy of the playoffs?
Yeah. No question. Yes.
I don't like that answer. I don't like that team.
Notre Dame. No, the reason I'm saying that is because Miami beat Notre Dame. Is Miami worthy of the playoffs? No.
Yeah.
Are they?
No, they did.
I'm saying you're not giving me good examples here, Ant.
Bro, I'm doing the exact same thing you did. Miami is not a playoff team at all. Okay, but they beat Notre Dame, which is a playoff team. So who cares that Oklahoma beat Alabama? Who cares?
That's not the same thing.
I like that. Who cares that Oklahoma beat Alabama? Who cares?
Hold on, we know why you don't care, D. Hold on.
Who cares?
Let me respond to him real quick. That's not the same thing, Ant, because Alabama, most people in the country would agree that Alabama is arguably one of the top teams in the country, regardless of what their standings or record is. Most people would agree that Alabama is one of the top teams in the country. Okay? You went into their house. You went into their house and beat them. So how can you say that Alabama is an absolute playoff team?
Absolute.
But we went into their house and beat them, and we have it's not like that was
you can't just take head-to-head matchups like that and then say, oh, well, because we beat Alabama, we're a playoff team. You can't do that, bro. Come on.
So my question to you is, if we went
you looking at the body of work?
The body of work, bro, that's one game, man.
Exactly, the body of work. So, if we were time out. Let me slow down here. Let's slow down. Time out. If Auburn beats Alabama today, okay.
You just said that ain't happening.
I agree. It's not happening. It's not happening. But if Auburn, I'm just making a point real quick. If Auburn beats Alabama, Auburn would be a team that I could 100% understand you saying like they don't belong because of their body of work and their schedule this year. I could total just because basically to what you said, the head-to-head matchup. If they were to beat them, nobody's gonna look at Auburn and be like, just because you beat Alabama, all of a sudden now you're one of the best teams in the country because you based on your schedule. Same thing with Pitt. If Pitt beats Miami today, nobody's gonna look at them and say, oh, well, you must be one of the best teams in the country because of everything that's going on in your body of work for your schedule this year. Oklahoma, on the other hand, you cannot say that for it. It does not work for them. You cannot say that. You beat Tennessee, who was ranked. The only bad losses that you have on your schedule, which is the only losses, period, is to Texas, which is I'm not going to say a great loss. No loss is a great loss. But Texas is looking better than what we thought they were. And you lost to Ole Miss, who's going to be in the SEC championship. You don't have no bad losses.
No, Ole Miss is not going to that. But that's a whole other conversation.
Okay,
I'm taking the eye test.
Georgia, Ole Miss,
I'm taking the eye test, all right? I'm just, they got a good body work. I'm looking at Oklahoma when they play football. I guarantee when they get to the playoffs and play their first game, they're going to lose. They're not going past the first round. Whoever they play in the playoffs. It
don't matter who they play.
It doesn't matter.
Bro,
Oklahoma's trash, bro. You're trash.
You're hating. You're hating.
I watched them play against Michigan. They barely won, and
you're hating.
Okay. I'm hating.
They're
trash. They're trash.
I didn't call them trash. I think their biggest problem for Oklahoma, like I'm not gonna say the problem because they did just beat Alabama last week, so they don't have a problem. But their quarterback is their best running back. They have no running game. They don't have a running back. Their leading rusher has 408 yards. Mateer is the best rusher on the team. He only has 10 touchdowns and 7 picks on the year. And we can't keep on saying he was hurt. He was hurt. Damn it, he's been back for weeks. 10 touchdown passes, 7 picks. So he's not like an elite like thrower. He's more so on some Jalen Hurts shit. He's running because if you're watching the games, he's running the ball. He's situational. You know what I'm saying? He's just managing it great. He's not making no great throws. This is not a shot at Jalen Hurts. I just said it just to say like he's winning games, but he ain't known for lighting it up on the passing side of shit right now. You feel me? So with 10 touchdowns, 7 picks, I do think they could get in trouble in the playoffs. Like as far as if they get behind and they got to throw, we gonna see what he made of for real. Now if they can come out and just and get ahead of the teams, I honestly don't know how the hell they winning games. He ain't throwing for multiple touchdowns like that every game. He's just making great decisions and running the ball. So, like I said, that's their biggest problem when they running to get in the playoffs. To me, is that Mateer is just the offense. He is the offense. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because of his arm. It's more so because of his legs. I think that they might get into trouble. I thought they would have gotten in trouble versus Bama last week. I thought Bama had the athletes to stop him, but apparently not. But somebody else will, though. Somebody else will.
I'd rather see Texas in the playoffs than Oklahoma. That's me personally.
Nah, I'd rather. That's close. That's close. That's close.
I'd rather see Texas, man.
That's close. And they played each other. You know what I'm saying? Texas did win.
You hating, bro. You can't give me no logic. If you give me some,
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same. Texas beat Oklahoma. Why not have them in?
There's a possibility.
Texas did beat Oklahoma.
The crazy thing is that
Mateer was hurt.
Hold on. See, that's
the game Mateer. That's the game Mateer came back early. They lost 23-6.
I'm just listening at you shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, if you're gonna debate with me, you got to know how to debate, because you can't sit here on one end. You can't sit here on one end and tell me that. You can't sit here on. Hold on, listen.
Against you.
Hold on, listen. You can't sit here and tell me that. You can't sit here and tell me that on one end that head-to-head matchups don't matter. But then when you're gonna bring up a head-to-head matchup where the opponent is lesser ranked, you're going to bring up that matchup where Texas is ranked below Oklahoma. So that head-to-head matchup truly does not matter, because like Oklahoma or D said, if Oklahoma wins today against LSU, they win. Nobody cares about that head-to-head match. That is not the same thing that I said.
I'm using your logic against you.
No,
bro.
you are not using my same logic. That is not the same thing.
And they lost.
That is not the same thing.
Who has the better win? I mean, there's multiple reasons why Texas should be.
That is not the same thing.
They just beat an undefeated A&M.
No,
and they beat Oklahoma.
My head-to-head scenario was you saying Oklahoma is not a playoff team. So if you're going to say they are not a playoff team, how can teams that you say are absolute playoff teams and we beat them at their house, how can you say we're not a playoff team when we're ranked and going into the playoffs? That's just pure hate.
Look, I'm not saying they're not a playoff. What I'm saying is this: they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to go to the playoffs, and they're going to get dog walked in the first round.
No, they're not. They're not. If they happen to meet Alabama, why should they be scared if they happen to meet Alabama? Especially if they got to go home. If they're at home, why should they be scared of Alabama? Only team? If you're not Ohio State, which they're not going to play Ohio State. If you're not Georgia, which they're not going to play Georgia. If you're not, then that might be it. Shit, Georgia and Alabama. Anybody else that has to go into Oklahoma, if we're going to use what you said, first round, because they're going to have a first round. They're going to have a first round home game. Okay, they're going to have a first round home game. If they go home, anybody that's coming in there not named Georgia or Ohio State, why should we believe they just going to go beat Oklahoma? Why? Why should we believe that? Besides you hating, but give me a legit logic.
You don't think Notre Dame would go in there and dog walk them boys?
Why should we think that, Ant? Why? What has Notre Dame done this year to make us think that we should just believe Notre Dame is going to go into Oklahoma and just beat them? Why?
Notre Dame is head and shoulders above Oklahoma. Stop that.
Besides just telling me that, give me a reason. Why?
Have you watched Notre Dame play any football this year?
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah, that number 4. Love, that Heisman, man, he will run all over them boys. Stop it, man. Oh man, Notre Dame's way better, and but it's all good. Well, you know what? We'll get through this little weak game, and then when
So
you see
so
them,
Notre Dame's notable losses. They lost the first two games of the season, and number 10 Miami at the time, and number 16 Texas A&M at the time. Two teams that could possibly both be in the playoff. Since then, their best wins, they beat USC, who's not going to the playoff, and they beat Pitt. So they don't have a win versus nobody in the playoff mix right now, Notre Dame. But
okay.
they
So we just
are in
supposed
the
to believe
playoff.
they're gonna go in there and just they would go into Oklahoma and just that's what I said, without hate, give me a legit logic reason why Oklahoma is gonna get smacked first round the way you saying so. Give me a
Because
But they on a
legit
10
Oklahoma
game
reason.
is
win streak.
trash.
Notre Dame's on a 10-game win streak.
You just name calling, bro. You giving like you being elementary with me. Give me a
Nah, no. I
reason.
mean, man, do you ever watch football and look at a team and go, "Man, they're trash"? Have you ever done that? Have you ever in your life done that? Looked at it, watched the game, and said they suck.
I
Have you
have.
ever done that?
Yes,
I
we've
have.
done that.
Okay,
But
that's what I
you
do when I watch Oklahoma. When
but
I
it does
elementary, I just look and go, "Man, they're not a good football team."
okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever done that and been wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, let's move on.
All right, man. We could move on,
I
man.
can't wait till the
I don't know,
motherfucker.
man. I'm actually gonna roll with Oklahoma though. Full disclosure, I'm gonna put them on this live bet. I'm looking at it, man, and I want to take them with the winning margin from. I just don't know if I want to do 1 to 6 points or 7 to 12 points. Do I think LSU is gonna put up a fight? That's the question. It's the last game of the season. I think they might just because it's the last game of the season. So I'm gonna take Oklahoma to win by 1 to 6 points. So far on this live ticket, and this is a super Hail Mary, y'all. All right. It's a super this is not the money maker that I got for y'all at the end, but it could, you never know. I got Pitt money line versus Miami. Straight up beat Miami. They at home. They got everything to play for. I got Alabama to win by 7 to 12 at Auburn. Since everybody else beating them by 7, Alabama needs to just go ahead and join the party. And then I got Oklahoma to win by 1 to 6 at home playing LSU. I think the game's gonna be closer than everybody think. It's LSU's last game of the year. It was a disappointing season. So I think LSU is gonna kind of like play for all they got. You got players playing to not get, lose their scholarship and shit next year. You feel me? Because this was a sad season. So I think they keep it close. All right, I think they keep it close relatively. Last game we gonna go over, man. The big game, number one, Ohio State on the road to the Big House versus number 15, Michigan. Ohio State is 10-point favorites. Or for y'all random weird Michigan fans, y'all can get Michigan plus 300 on the money line. All right. Everybody in here got Ohio State winning. The question is, are you taking them with the 10 points?
Who you got first?
Go ahead, man.
Um,
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Ant. Let me hear you, man.
I'm
What
taking
you got?
Ohio State on a winning margin between 13 and 18 points. I think they go in
Ooh.
there and they try to run it up. Uh, Ryan Day, this has been his test, the hump he can't get over. He won a national championship and he still gets flack for not beating Michigan 4 years in a row, which that's rightfully so. But I think it's not talked about enough. This Ohio State team might be better than the one last year. Julian Sands completing 80% of his passes, the most efficient passer in the country. You got weapons all over the offense. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, the tight ends. You got Bo Jackson, Peoples. I mean, that offense is loaded, and then you turn it over to the defense. You got the best linebacker duo in the country, in Arville Reese and Sonny Styles. I don't see this game being close at all. I think they go in there and they try to disrespect them. I think they try to run the score up. Ohio State, 13 to 18 points on the winning margin.
I like that. I got Ohio State on my ticket, 19 to 24 points.
Yeah,
I think that. Yeah, I
I
think
was
they get them
thinking
by 21.
I was thinking I might have not gave him enough, bro. So we're on the same page,
Yeah, I think they get them by 21. Just because I think they're gonna do them like they've been doing everybody else.
right?
I think they're gonna do them like they've been doing everybody else, just running
Yeah.
right through them, nice and easy. 21 points. Tim,
Yeah, clean sweep here. I think Ohio State is simply going to dog walk Michigan. I think Ryan Day to pretty much try to make up for past losses is going to try to make that all up in one game and basically try to beat them by 30. Like try to beat them as bad as you could possibly. I mean, if we're up, let's say if we're up 20 points in the fourth quarter, we're not pulling the starters out. The starters will finish the game, and we're gonna score again. We're gonna try and score again. You know what I mean? Like there is no taking knees. No, we're gonna run the ball until that clock says 0-0-0. And whether that's like a smart thing to do or not, because we're not trying to get nobody injured or you know what I'm saying. But I believe Ryan Day is going to at least attempt to try to send a message here, all in one game. You know what I mean? Now you can't make up for the past 4 or 5 years, you can't make that all up in one game. But I do believe Ryan Day is going to at least attempt to try. You know what I'm saying? And so if they cross the line of scrimmage, well, how I go, you will run all. What's the saying? You're going to run all day. You know what I mean? We're going to blitz all night.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
want them to gain another yard.
They better not gain another yard. So yeah. No, yeah, I believe Ohio State here is going to look to pretty much put an ass whooping on Michigan, and deservedly so. We owe them one. We owe them one.
I got 2 quick points to make, and this is just me predicting it. All right. So you got to know the rivalry. It was golly, 30 plus years ago. Woody Hayes was beating Michigan by at least 2-3 touchdowns and went for a 2-point conversion. And after the game, they asked him. They said, "Why'd you go for 2?" He said, "Because I couldn't go for 3." Hey, expect expect Ryan Day. He knows the history and he's lost 4 years in a row. When we go up, don't be surprised when we go for 2. History repeats itself.
4 years in a row?
4 years in a row. Okay.
God damn.
It's been 4 years. Yeah, it's been 4 years. But now check this out.
Damn.
With history repeating itself, I do believe we'll go for 2 when we're up big. Now, our last Heisman Trophy winner, Troy Smith. What number did he wear? 10. Okay. Julian Sayin starts his Heisman campaign today. The game and the Big Ten championship, he's gonna cement it. And when you walk into the shoe, on this side of the stadium, you got all national championships. On this side, you have all our Heisman Trophy winners and their number. The number 10 will be hung in the horseshoe 2 times. Troy Smith, Julian Sayin, mark my words.
Hey, I got them winning by 19 to 24 points, man.
Yeah.
Now listen to this ticket right here. I got Pitt money line. All right, that's an upset. I got Alabama to win by 7 to 12. I got Oklahoma to win by 1 to 6, and I got Ohio State to win by 19 to 24 points. That's $3 for 1,400. That's my live bet. All right, that's the live bet. That ain't even the double up. The double up wheel through on the screen, which we about to get into it for sure. But yeah, that you put $3 on that. That's $3 for 1,400. Pittsburgh money line.
I'm putting 5 on it.
I will put the link on the YouTube. The link will be in the comments. All right.
Yes.
Pittsburgh money line. Alabama to win by 7 to 12 points. Oklahoma to win by 1 to 6. Ohio State to win by 19 to 24 points. It's a DraftKings link for those who got DraftKings. If you don't, you can just build it yourself on FanDuel or whatever other betting site you own. But the link is right now going in the comments on YouTube. All right. $3 for 1,400. I want everybody to be a part of that just in case it happens. You feel me? I don't make tickets like that often. All right. But let's get ready to get into some tickets that I do make often. All right. And those is double ups. Okay. Bet 50, get 50. Bet 100, get 100. That's my style. That's how you really make money on this instead of making these. You can't just depend on Hail Marys for your whole betting strategy if you really want to do this and make money off of it. All right. So my college football double up I got for y'all today. And if you own some of these sites, use the boost that they got for this. Okay. Mine's is boosted to plus 130. It was just plus 100. So for plus 130, I got the Miami versus Pitt. Pitt is at home. Both teams got high scoring offenses. I got the over 39.5. I think it was up to like 46.5. I teased it back to 39.5. So I just need them to hit a total of 40. 21-20. You feel me? 24-20. 24-17. Just get over 40 points total. I think that's gonna be easy. It's gonna be probably like at 21 or 30 points, something like that by the halftime, honestly. I think they're gonna light it up. So I got the over in that game. Then I got Ohio State money line versus Michigan. I don't care about how much they beat them by, just beat them. All right. If they do beat them by that 19 to 24 points that I got, perfect. But if not, just win the game. As long as Ohio State win, they should. They're the better team. Michigan has got a quarterback that's inexperienced out there. And yeah, I don't see it happening today. Not versus the best defense in the nation. So Ohio State money line. And then the last leg, I got Iowa State minus 2.5 versus the worst team in the Big 12, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is what Tim always like to call dog water. Horrible. Like I said, one of the worst teams in the Big 12. So they've been a punching bag for everybody. They're 1-10. All right. Iowa State is 7-4. That's all you need to know. Okay. Iowa State by 2.5 is graceful. I think it was up to 13. It's at 13.5 right now. Okay. I got them for 2.5. Let that sink in. So it's
Sure.
probably going to be a blowout. So that's the three-legger right there. Okay. Over in the Miami versus Pitt game, Ohio State money line, Iowa State by 2.5, but they're going to blow them out. Easy double up. It don't get no easier. All right.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
Easy money.
Yeah, I
Easy
agree.
money.
Easy money
Easy. I like that. I like that ticket a lot.
for
All
sure.
right. Let's talk to yours. Let's talk about yours, Aunt Bailiff. Show me what
I'm
you got.
dropping back. I'm dropping back, and I'm gonna throw up this Hail Mary. First,
Okay.
I got Ohio State to beat
About
that
to
team up
fly.
north by 13 to 18 points. That's what I
Mhm.
said when we were talking to games.
Okay.
Vanderbilt, Tennessee. I think they're really closely. It's a close matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee won, but I think Vanderbilt's going to win. I'm going to spot Vanderbilt plus 7.5. That way, like I said, if they lose by 7 or less or win the game, I covered. And then I took Kentucky over Louisville. I think obviously Kentucky doesn't have a great record, but they play in a better conference. They play tougher games. I think they beat Louisville. That ticket is plus 1404. $20 will pay 300, and that's
Ooh.
it.
I like that. I like that. You just need Ohio State to cover for you, just like I
Exactly.
do. Shit. You just need them
Yep.
to cover that.
Yep.
If they cover that, everything else happens.
For
You can
sure.
start getting a crazy cash out before that Kentucky. What time that Kentucky game start?
The Kentucky game.
At
It's
12. At 12.
okay. Cool.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. It's going. If all of those happen by the time that Vanderbilt game you're ready to start, you'd be looking at something.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, that's not bad, man. That ain't bad. Plus, I got that live Hail Mary at $3 for 1,400. Niggas better
Hell
get that
yeah.
in there, man.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
put it in our chat for you too, man.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna put 5 on it for sure.
Yeah. Throw my double up on there again, Will, because I think this is gonna happen. I want everybody to get a chance at it. I got Miami versus Pitt at home. Pitt is at home. I got the over in it. I think it's gonna be a back and forth game. All right, Miami and Pitt. Then I got Ohio State money line. I think Ohio State is just gonna roll. You feel me? We all got Ohio State money line. I think Michigan got Ohio State money line for real, for real. All right. So then I got Iowa State by 2.5. I think Iowa State blows them the fuck out. Oklahoma State is 1-10. They ain't winning this game. Okay. Worst team in the Big 12. That's easy money. Now let's talk about something that's more interesting. Let's look ahead to the future. Ohio State, Indiana in a Big Ten championship game. Tim, does Indiana have a chance?
Yeah, they do, but that's all they got is just a chance. I believe Ohio State right now is playing too good, but I won't disrespect Indiana. Indiana's playing some good football as well. And then the fact that it'll be on a neutral site that helps Indiana out in that regard. But like I just overall, I just think Ohio State is playing. Granted, all of our big guns and important pieces, all of them are going into that game healthy. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that Ohio State does win that game, and probably whatever the spread would be, I would have us to cover the spread. But I won't have us saying that we would just straight dog walk them the way we do most teams, because I am going to give respect to Indiana.
Is the spread gonna be double digits?
Yes.
Where would you put the spread at? What you think is where you think
No,
Vegas head is gonna be at for that?
I would say 7.5, 7.5 touchdown at like 8 points.
8 points.
Because it's a neutral site. I'm just giving respect to the neutral site. If it was at home, if Buckeyes were at the crib, it would be like 11 or 10.5. But I just, at a neutral site, I'm just giving respect to the neutral site in Indiana. At a neutral site, I would say Buckeyes probably 7.5, at least touchdown and some.
And Bayless, Indiana got a chance in the Big Ten championship game.
No chance whatsoever. I think about them playing against Penn State. I mean, and they won that game. It was a little too close for comfort. And I looked at their quarterback Mendoza. He's playing good all year. When he ran up against that Penn State defense, he had problems. I bet for him to throw an interception, and he threw that thing. It was bad. It was a bad game for him. All right.
So he threw that thing. Sent you
Yeah.
packing to the Ohio State game, huh?
Man, look, Ohio State's defense, guys. I mean, to say, and I'm not,
See,
I'm not trying to debate you, Tim, but 7 is just way too close. I would put it at 13.5. and wouldn't be, they beat them by more. Ohio State, Indiana doesn't stand a chance. I mean, now the only thing I would give Indiana, they've played close games and won. They beat Oregon, they beat Penn State, both close games. They beat Oregon in overtime, beat Penn State at the end of the game. So I mean, they're battle tested. I'll give them that respect, but they ain't played a defense like ours. It's gonna be bad for them. It's gonna be
Do you
bad.
think Indiana could beat Oklahoma if they lose? Because if they lose to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, that's a potential matchup. Because they're
Yeah,
gonna make the playoffs, just like A&M ain't getting bounced. They're not
right.
getting bounced out. They're number 2 in the fucking nation.
Yeah,
Do you think they can beat Oklahoma in the playoff game?
absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll say that just because I take Oklahoma and then you take, Oregon and Penn State. I'll leave Penn State out. Let's just take Oregon. Now, it went to overtime. They beat Oregon. They've beaten a team on the same level as Oklahoma already. So I'm not going to, could they lose to Oklahoma? They could lose to them, but could I see them winning? Absolutely. And I mean, their record shows that I would have to vote or bet on Indiana to win that game. I mean, especially when you have a quarterback that has only thrown 10 touchdowns all season, I'd have to roll with. I'd have to take Mendoza over him.
Tim, you think if that, we're looking
If
into the
the
future.
if the
If
scenario
that
happened
matchup
the way
happened,
that if the scenario happened to where they met in the first round, Oklahoma would be the home team, and I don't see Indiana coming into
would
Oklahoma.
they be the home team though? Because
No,
Indiana only got one loss. I mean,
Why
no,
wouldn't
Indiana don't have
Oklahoma
no
be the home
losses.
team?
Indiana don't have no loss. Hold
Indiana's
on.
undefeated.
Indiana's undefeated. Oklahoma has 2 losses. Indiana's second. Oklahoma's eighth. I don't
Yeah,
think they would fall out of. They wouldn't fall if they lose to Ohio State. They wouldn't fall out of the top. They wouldn't fall
no.
behind Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Indiana,
That's Ohio State.
yeah, Indiana
So
had a home game for sure.
yeah, they wouldn't fall that far. The question, honestly, is will Oklahoma get a home game? Because at eighth, who do y'all play today?
We play
LSU.
LSU.
So yeah, if y'all beat LSU, are they really going to move up that far from beating LSU? Because nobody thinks that much of LSU. They're 7-4.
Well, based on again, let's use your college football logic when how you went from 5 to 3. Okay, based on the way chips would fall between this week and the conference championships, you're gonna have some of them top teams coming down. So
That's true.
I mean, would they go all the way up to a top 5, top 4? Maybe not, but I mean, I at least expect them to go up at least 2 spots to like 6, at least 2.
They would
So
need to get a home game. They're gonna have to get up to like six,
I
six or
don't know.
five.
I don't know. I really don't. And then here's another question too. Here's another question. Does an ACC team get a bye? Do they get a first round bye?
The
Just because
championship.
they won the conference, would they get a first round bye?
No, you know what?
Depends on
That's a really good
it depends on
question.
how high ranked they are.
That's a
Because
really good question.
there's a chance that Indiana
Still gets the first round bye.
still gets a first round bye.
Yeah. You're right. And I'm rolling with you on that one for sure. I don't think an ACC team gets a home playoff game this year. I don't. I mean, and they're
It
not a
depends
home.
on how
I don't
that
think they get a first round bye. Is what I meant.
Yeah.
it
Now
depends
if
on
they
how
win their
that
conference,
loss look too for Indiana. Indiana can't go out there and lose by 30.
right? Yeah, that
That's
too.
You
Yeah.
true.
feel me?
That's true.
If they lose by a touchdown, they're gonna get a lot of credit for that.
For sure.
Now, because that ACC team would have won their conference, I'm sure they would still get a first round home game, maybe, right?
Yeah, they better. Yeah, they better get some type of love.
So if you asking me like if Oklahoma has to go to Miami and play, I think Oklahoma wins that game. What do you think, Ant? You got them losing? I mean, you said they lose to anybody.
I put Oklahoma over Miami. Absolutely.
So I mean, it just matters where they fall. It depends on. But to your question, as far as Oklahoma, Indiana, I'm taking Oklahoma.
Taking Oklahoma
Yeah.
in a dogfight or just rolling.
A dogfight. But I also think it matters as to where it's at too. I think that's important. Where it's at.
Okay.
Home field definitely for that kind of game because I think they are. I'm respecting Indiana. Indiana's good, but I ain't putting them head and shoulders above Oklahoma now. I ain't doing that. So if Oklahoma's at home, I'm giving Oklahoma a great shot. If Indiana's at home, I'm giving them a good shot. So I think the home team would matter there. That game would matter.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It's crazy, man. Indiana didn't try to insert themselves as one of the powerhouses this year.
Boy, Man.
I love it, man. I love it. I do.
Like, where the
When you
hell this
got
come
teams
from?
like when you got teams like Oregon, Michigan, Penn State, I guess for what they worth, I guess even USC for the most part, all in that Big Ten. I
Mhm.
never would have thought Indiana was going to be the team to
Yeah.
besides us to emerge themselves as themselves. I never would have saw Indiana. I never saw it.
Coaching matters, man. And Signetti, I respect him. I think he's a good coach. He's might be turning into a great coach, but you got to do some things before we can put that great on you.
I
Let's
agree.
see what he does. I like him. He turned Indiana into a football school.
No, that's fair. That's
No,
fair.
for real, for sure, man. Hey, this was a good show today, man. This is definitely a good show. It's good to be back, man. Sunday to
Good to
Saturday,
be
that felt like an eternity. I
Man.
don't know how you do it, Ant.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't know how you do it, man. You show up on Saturday and then you show up on Saturday again. Like, whew.
Right.
I need that NBA talk, man. It's like 8 games tonight, man. Y'all lucky. I want to hit y'all with some NBA, man. Y'all be checking the page. Be checking the Facebook, the Never Made It Facebook page, because it might be some bets on there for y'all later. It might be some double ups on the NBA later on, man.
For
That game
sure.
start at 5 o'clock. But man, good. Let me get your final words, Aunt Bayless.
All right, this is the last show of the regular season. It's been a great season. I've had a lot of fun doing it. Hopefully, our viewers have fun watching us. Tim, it's always great debating you. Oklahoma sucks. D, thanks for doing what you do. You orchestrate the thing beautifully. Keep us on point. We'll be back for conference championships and playoffs. We got to do something special for the playoffs, man. Get a panel going with put Ryan in the
Playoffs.
mix, whatever. But we ain't done yet. We'll be back for conference championships. I appreciate you, fellas.
Uh
Yes, sir.
Man, I was saving my energy and everything for the Buckeye game, but I was not expecting to have the sweat boiling. You know what I mean? I was not expecting to have my blood pressure raised, early in the morning. So, Ant, thank you for that, I guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good convo, man. Good debate. Listen, man, with the holiday season, it's a lot going on. So, we understand that, we may not be together as much, you know what I'm saying, with everything that's going on, but we still here with you guys, giving you guys as much content and shows and every post and shorts as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? So for those that's sticking with us, we definitely greatly appreciate you for sure. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the gang, to the Never Made It team. Much love and respect to everybody. So hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving over the past few days and a good weekend. So thanks to everybody, man. Much appreciated.
For sure, man. Y'all already know what time it is. We back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Me, Timothy, and Ryan with the NFL Sports Talk. And it's gonna be fire. My Packers won. So hey, I'm walking on sunshine, as they like to say. Meanwhile, Tim is playing the other song. The raindrops keep falling on his head. All right. So per usual, shout out to consistency. Shout out to Timothy. Shout out to Aunt Bayless. Shout out to Will, our motherfucking producer. Man, hey, we out of here. Never made it. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Be there. We out.
Nice.